Innovative, progressive, avant-garde, and most importantly, Filipino. Since 2006, Design Laboratory Buensalido Architects has, to say the least, left an impression on architecture in the Philippines.
I'm Ray Patrick Oitrial, and I'm here to report about the master architect Jason Buensalido. Jason Buensalido's ideas about how architecture should respond to our culture were fully formed even then. He articulated his thoughts about Filipino and contemporary global designs as if he was an octogenarian national artist for architecture, looking back at a life's work. He is running an architectural firm named after his surname called Buensalido Architects. In terms of his design style is to contemporize Filipino architecture by reinterpreting traditional architecture for today's context. He wants to design structures that are appropriate for today. In his education, he is a graduate in BS Architecture from the University of Santo Tomas, or UST. He also topped the Architecture Board examination in January 2005. In architecture, philosophy is one major part of being an architect. Buensalido's philosophies are as follows. There is no formula for brilliance. Brilliance is the result of a series of random responses. This explains
major goals. The first is to, try to change the design landscape here in the local setting, just to open the minds of the Filipinos that, hey, this is a new solution, this is a new possibility, you might want to take this route. The second major goal of the company is, to uplift the current state of design in the society. And the third, and I think the most important of all, is to try to redefine Filipino architecture. Filipino architecture is still very much intact. Maybe the way to uplift the design, situation in the Philippines is to try to redefine it.
For being well known, Buensalido also received awards from projects that he have established. One is Nayong Pilipino Cultural Park, Nayong Filipino Foundation, 2002. Cultural Center of the Philippines Master Plan, the CCP and NCAA 2005, Millennium Schools, DepEd 2008, Pinakamagandang Bahay sa Balat ng Lupa, UP and Lafarge 2008, and was shortlisted for the Design Artist Center and the Performing Arts Center of the Philippines in 2010. All of these projects are featured in his book. In a blog written about Jason Buensalido, architect Jason Buensalido quoted, "To contemporize Filipino architecture, we start by reinterpreting traditional architecture models for today's context. We want to design structures that are appropriate now." End of quote. After top-notching in the Architectural Board exam, his crusade to contemporize Filipino architecture has started. According to him, something strange happened to Filipino architecture in the 1980s to 2000s. It got stuck in 60s and 70s. It stopped being as progressive as it was once. It didn't, as they would say. Together with his wife Nikki, Jason Buensalido also launched a book recently called Random Responses, a crusade to contemporize Philippine architecture. In this book, he reveals that Filipino architecture needs to be more progressive and reflective of our country's rich culture and history. Overall, Jason Buensalido's design is contemporary. His crusade to contemporize Filipino architecture is really admirable. The way he designs buildings and projects is really also remarkable. Though his career is just started yet, I think we would see more and more things, incredible things rather, coming from architect Jason Buensalido. That is all about Master Architect Jason Buensalido. Thank you for listening.